It's at this point I am ready to consider my dog my primary partner who's with me on this, right? Right? Love our pets. I love my dog Duchess. I try to take care of her as best as I can. Recently she got sick. She was just vomiting all day. And I was like, we're going to the vet. And when we got to the vet, I felt really good about it all. The vet comes in and she's this senior dyke and she's got broad shoulders and really sharp bangs and a husky commanding voice. But almost immediately, she got really creepy. First, she started talking about her own bouts with diarrhea. She was like, well, I had so many evacuations, I had to go to the hospital. You could die from this. And I was like, I didn't need to hear that, and neither did Duchess. And then she decided that she wanted to see if Duchess would eat. So she opened up a can of food, put it in a bowl, and placed it in front of Duchess. And Duchess wouldn't eat it. And then she says, Duchess needs a rectal exam. And later I was like, did she? Did she? Because she heads to my dog and turns over her shoulder and says, good thing I bought her dinner first. Boo, right? God. It's a good thing that Duchess was very nonplussed by this. She saves her fear and rage for things like hardwood floors and heating vents and this one spot in the hall that she barks at like twice every night. Every night she barks at this spot. I've long wanted to get in my dog's head and figure out what's going on. So like any other white person in this situation, I hired a pet psychic. Yeah, I found her in the newspaper. We're gonna call her Gidget. And we communicated via email. She let me know that she was never gonna actually be in a room with Duchess, but she wanted me to supply 2 photos of Duchess with the caveat that they had to have her eyes in them. And of course, me being kind of sneaky, I was like, well, I'm not gonna show anything off that I don't need to. So I sent one where she was really docile and one where she looked pretty manic. And I was like, well, if she is communicating with Duchess, she will figure it out. And the day came, we talked on the phone. She was a nice chatty lady, very chatty, and she let me know that the way she does this is she communicates in what she called a multi-sensate experience, which sounds like what happens when I have a few Long Island iced teas mixed with an edible. Okay. And then she said she was gonna hang up with me and then call Duchess, which sounds like she has this like psychic rotary phone. And I don't think it's like really super customer oriented because I think if she had really checked in with Duchess might have wanted to text. She is a millennial after all, but whatever. So she was gone for a while and then she calls me back and she said, yep, I had a great conversation with Duchess. She wanted to let me know that, you need to be grounded more. And then next thing I know, I start getting lectured about yoga and meditation and taking time for myself. And I was just like, look, lady, I don't need to hear this from you. And who is Duchess really to talk about this stuff? Because man, she needs meditation more than anybody, but whatever. So then I said, well, here are the things that I really want to know. And the main thing I want to know is why is Duchess barking at this same spot in the hallway every night? And she said I did talk to her about it. And Duchess let me know that she sees this black, shaggy dog with bloodshot eyes in that spot every night. And this dog is not a ghost. Instead, this dog is here as part of a time burrito. That is the phrase she used. And all I could take from that was it's sort of like if Bill and Ted go on an excellent adventure in the Matrix, and then Keanu was like, excellent red pill. Like it was some kind of flippity-flop time dimension, this dog would appear. Okay, great. Glad to hear it. You know, the thing is, I didn't really believe that she communicated